I'm a film and TV composer and a director of Strongroom Productions. I recently did Toast for BBC and was a co-writer on Harry Brown, the Michael Caine film that was released last year.
I'm Rob Kelly. I'm a co-owner and director of Strongroom Productions with Ruth, and I'm a composer and music producer. I'm based here at Strongroom Studios, which is in Shoreditch in East London. I've edited, mixed and recorded most of the projects that Ruth and I have done for KPM. So Strongroom was established 25 years ago. It's a 25th birthday for Strongroom this summer, and is in 2006 Strongroom merged with Air Studios. So between the two buildings, we've got some of the best music studios, certainly in Europe. We've gone from one studio through to 6 commercial studios in this building, but we've also built 8 programming rooms, which are basically smaller but still very nice studios. And the ethos of Strongroom when it started was sort of in the late 80s and the 90s, when there was a lot of dance music and remix sort of stuff going on, and so we had resident artists here like Orbital and Prodigy, and so it got a real reputation for cutting edge mixing. Air Studios is very well known, principally for its sort of high-end orchestral recording and film scoring. That was established by Sir George Martin and has had several locations, and it's now in Hampstead, so Lyndhurst Hall in Hampstead, which is where Ruth and I have recorded our most recent project for KPM, Cinematic Beauty.
Cinematic Beauty, which is a very spacious, atmospheric, filmic album which draws on some minimalist textures, but it's very modern film score. Before that, we did an album, part of an album for the World Cup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's Africa in Motion double album, which we produced 7 tracks for. And the one before that was an album of Funk and Disco, so we worked with some very talented session players.
Here, wasn't it?
Yeah, from all around the UK and sort of London session guys.
Section from...
With the Red Horns, and very good percussionist called Jeff Scantlebury, who plays with Jamiroquai and artists like that. Yeah, so that was recorded partly in here and partly in Studio 3, our SSL room, and I mixed that in the SSL. And then before that, Ruth and I worked together on the sort of the predecessor to Cinematic Beauty, which was called Cinematic Minimalism.
It was mainly using marimba. We used an amazing marimba player called Simone Rebello, and we locked her in this room for a whole weekend. Said, "You're not coming out until you've played all these incredibly complex polyrhythmic parts that we'd cooked up for her."
Yeah, and some of it was sort of definitely a nod towards a sort of American minimalism tradition, if you like, but we also used a lot of sort of contemporary sort of electronics and programmed sounds sort of drawn from
quite a varied album.
Current English sort of productions, and yeah, it's a really broad texture, and
that album's been really successful. There's a couple of tracks that have done well, specifically in documentaries, and recently
quite a few international commercials as well.
Commercials too. So we thought there's something in that that we could maybe take that concept a stage further and introduce strings to that, and do this Cinematic Beauty album.
We wanted to find a creative way of using the facilities in the studios and partnering with all the sort of producers and engineers and composers and technical people that the studios have built up over the years. Certainly the many amazing session players that worked in the studios to start making a catalogue high quality production music. So that was the game plan, and we're now on album 5.
Yeah, Richard, the owner of Strongroom, was really pleased, really excited about making content, but the studio's actually making something that could grow over time. So, and we thought KPM would be the best people to go with.